let's make some seltzer.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winers.
So we have base recipes on our red wine, our white wine, our cider, our
lemonade.
So we haven't done a seltzer one, we just realized, and we were going to record some specific seltzer recipes, but we decided we need to do a basic seltzer recipe video first. So that's what we're doing.
This is just the plain base product.
Seltzer is probably the easiest, and it's very repeatable of the ones that we've done. But if you don't do it right, if you miss a key secret weapon, it can be challenging to get it to go dry.
Yeah.
So we are going to do hydrometer readings, we are going to do pH readings, but we already know in advance because it's water and sugar. So we know how much sugar to put in to get the ABV we want, which is, 7%?
Mm-hmm.
And we know how much citric acid. This is the only recipe we use citric acid in right now. And we know how much of that to put in, but there's a little asterisk that goes next to that we'll discuss when we get to that point. So she's going to go check her boiling water real fast because it's making noise. So you can use our calculator at craftywiners.com/tools. Hi, we're videoing here.
I know. Well, I called her, so, it's fair.
Okay. Okay, settle in. So we want it 7%. You can use our calculator at craftywiners.com/tools, but we already know it. It's 22.5 ounces of sugar.
20.5.
20.5, 20 and a half.
Yeah, 20 and a half.
So I'm going to measure that sugar out. This is 20.5 ounces of sugar. So I'm just going to put that in first. And then we are going to fill up to the gallon mark with water. It's just short of 4,000 milliliters for the metric people. And I'm going to stir this up really good. We don't need to take the hydrometer. We normally don't, but just for your benefit, we're going to. And we're expecting the reading is going to be what?
1.054.
You can watch our video on hydrometers to see how to use one of these, but water should be pretty much the same, well, for the most part. Distilled water is supposed to be 7. Tap water can be between 6.5 and 6.8 or something.
What about purified water? Is that the same as distilled?
Not really. Not necessarily. Distilled is actually doesn't have any minerals in it. They're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's 1.058 or something. What was it supposed to be?
1.054-ish.
Yeah. You will see very minute changes between sugars and stuff, so that's about what we expect. It's just going to be a little over 7%. If it goes to 1.00 dryness, it's just water, and yeast doesn't necessarily just like sugar water. So we are going to add, and we're going to do this before we take our pH because it will affect our pH. We're adding a concoction that we've used mainly in our Walmart video series, Walmart budget video series, that is wheat germ and cheap yeast, and it's heated to kill the yeast so that the yeast ends up being a nutrient for the living yeast that we're going to put in here.
Yep.
And I'll put the exact proportions up on the screen, how to make this recipe. You can use other things besides wheat germ, but try to stay away from bleached flour. But it does, unfortunately, this probably adds a little bit of gluten, we figured out.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a gluten-free seltzer, you probably don't want to use this. You can try to find another nutrient, and I'll try to put some other ideas up on the screen.
I did a little bit of research on that, and Fermade O is gluten-free.
Okay, so you can use, we're going to use that anyway.
Well,
we use that in all of our recipes, but that alone, we've found, Go Firm and Fermade O and water are not enough to keep the yeast satisfied. It was not until we started putting this concoction in here that we started having very consistent dry seltzers.
Well, we will try to find something else.
So, one tablespoon?
I think it's two. Two tablespoons is what we normally put.
So I again am going to stir this up, and then we'll take our pH. So you can see how grainy this is now, but don't worry, it won't be in our final product.
No.
It'll be long gone by then. So now we'll take our pH. We want our pH to be around 4.0 when we pitch the yeast, and
It won't be right now.
it's really tricky. For some reason, I don't understand.
Seltzer.
The water and the citric acid is very, very finicky. You can go from the 7.4 that it is right now to 3 very, very quickly.
Really? Yeah, with a very small
You
amount.
can watch our pH video for what we know about pH, but so I let this sit in here longer and it's 7.05. So the nutrient raised the pH almost for sure. I could have taken the pH before we put that in there, but I'm sure it was less than 7 because water will never be, non-distilled water is never going to be 7. So we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid. And you're going to be astounded.
We will see what happens.
You'll be astounded how much it drops this pH if you're used to working with pH.
Can I have some sugar water?
Julie has a hummingbird feeder full of sugar water that she just added.
I
We're
do.
dealing with a Rufus.
A bully. He's
Couple
a bully.
bullies. One that's a Rufus hummingbird and one that's not. They're both bullies. They
Yeah.
bully each other. But maybe we should
It doesn't have any nutrients in it.
We'll have to start giving them fermented sugar water. Maybe they'll take care of the problem.
Okay, so this is a level 1/4 teaspoon. So you can't blame me if it goes wacko.
It will go wacko. I don't understand why water is so much different than other things that you put pH into. It has to do with buffers, I'm sure.
And each batch is different. Each batch of this is different, which is
When
bizarre.
you're dealing with wine, a 1/4 teaspoon would only go down about maybe a point. We go like 7 to 6.
But we will see what this does.
Then I'm going to stir it up again. Now you see why I have a power tool. 3.71.
Yeah, see? What the heck?
That's a little low, but we're going to be using Fresco cider yeast, which will be able to handle that. So don't use, if you're doing this at home, don't probably use a full 1/4 teaspoon. Try to do a little bit less than a 1/4
An eighth,
teaspoon.
maybe?
That's not going to be enough, but
A less than level
a
1/4
less than
teaspoon.
level, and we knew that's going to be the result. It really just drops it a lot, but we'll be fine with 3.8. If you want to be closer to the 4 that we recommend, do a little bit less level. Just a little bit less than a 1/4. It's not going to be a fifth.
I've never seen a measuring spoon that size.
But it's really about a fifth is what you're going to want, probably. Okay, so that's all we need to do to get ready for our yeast, other than warm up our...
Yep.
We're going to call this must.
I don't know what to call it.
What do they call it in beer making?
I don't know.
It's
Mash?
wort.
Wort? Is it?
I don't think that's what this is, though, either. I don't. I'll have
It's
to look
sugar
up
water.
I'll look up the definitions.
Okay. I heated this up for 10 seconds in the microwave and it was 84.7. So,
Anywhere around 85 degrees is great for the yeast.
and it makes
Helps,
this stuff
yeah.
easier to stir up.
So she's doing 2 teaspoons of
Go for it.
Go Firm. We do that in all of our beverages. It is fairly optional, although
With this one?
without that, without Fermento and Go Firm and the nutrient, you probably will have inconsistent results. I'll just put it that way. Again, there's something that's in juices that yeast likes that is not provided by Go Firm and Fermento by themselves. But the yeast and wheat germ apparently round it out to where they're happy with it.
Alright, well, it's pretty well stirred up. So then I can put in our yeast. We're using I think he already said it, Fresco cider yeast. And I'm just going to put in...
Yeah, you can use whatever yeast you've got, whatever wine yeast that you've got sitting around.
I usually put in a half a teaspoon of this. And I have a quarter teaspoon, so I put 2.
So we're going to let this ferment at around room temperature. And unfortunately, this still will take probably a month. Mm-hmm. It's a slow fermenter. But we're going to put both of these in a warm area to keep them both around 85 degrees. After 2 hours, we'll pour this into our, not into our pitcher, but into our
carboy, yes.
Where it will be where our other water will be. When you get it to about maybe an eighth or so full, shake it up to get the wheat germ to stay with the water.
Otherwise it all sticks on the bottom.
So about there.
And you might have to do it a couple times if you pour slowly like me. You'll have to do it a couple of times. If I pour too fast, I make a mess, especially in a carboy.
We left a little bit in there, but not very much. So after 2 hours of being in a warm area, this will be nice and foamy, and it'll get poured into this. We will put a one-hold bung. It's been a while since I've said that.
That's what she said.
And we don't probably normally have to worry about a blow-off tube on this. It's not going to be a fervent fermentation, but we will put an airlock, a traditional airlock on top. Right now I've got a marble, and that's fine until we're ready to put the yeast in. At the warm temperature, around room temperature that we're going to do this at, in 5 days, because this is a slow fermenter, I'm going to degas this using my food saver. I'm going to add a teaspoon of Fermento, and then I'm going to add pure oxygen in. And you can watch our aeration video to see the hows and whys on that. You don't have to do that, but we do think it helps our fermentations be more consistent. Mm-hmm. And then this is going to sit until it's done. And we'll know that it's done because, for one, it's going to quit bubbling for the most part. There might be a little bit of CO2 coming up. But for the most part, you'll be able to tell that the fermentation is done. And then we'll take a hydrometer reading a couple of days in a row to make sure that it stays the same. And then we'll know that it's done. And it hopefully will be at 1.000 or below on the hydrometer reading. Normally, these are going to go below because of the way that we told you to do them. If you follow that, they'll usually go, a lot of times, really dry, like 0.092 is a common number that we see on these. So at that point, we'll go on to the next step of the video. It took 13 days for this to go to 0.990, which is extremely dry. Oh, you know what? The last video we didn't do the ABV.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Let's do the ABV.
Okay.
Then we'll also... Did Nori take your bone? Did you let her?
Yeah,
take it?
They trade off. You know.
You're okay, Nori. It's fine. Have your bone.
They have 4 bones, but they will not both chew on a bone at the same time.
They want the one the other one has.
They take turns.
A lot of times we will taste what we're making at this point, but we know that seltzer tastes like... I almost said a word that I'm not supposed to say on YouTube. But,
the S word?
Well, it was the C word, but I still...
You can't say that either.
They don't say what words you can't say, but you have to say if you have any curse words. So that is kind of a curse word.
I'm pretty sure I have said that in videos.
So it doesn't taste good. Seltzer. So this is one that we didn't write the initial gravity on because we're following the recipe that gets it always to the same. So...
That is correct. 1.054, I think, is what...
7%.
They start at. Don't ask me why I remember that.
Or if we did take the gravity, we didn't write it down. We probably did on one of the batches. Let me go look.
Okay.
So these 7% seltzers are 1.054 gravity.
Okay, so
we probably just said that 3 minutes ago in the video, but it was a week ago for us.
ABB. This one.
2 weeks ago for us.
I was on the wrong tool. Okay. Initial 1.
So this is craftywiners.com/tools. Calculate ABV tool.
And it is now
1.054 and then 0.990 You don't have to put the first 0 in, but
It is approximately 8.4%.
Pencil. The reason why I stole your pencil is because the other pencil is under the rack. ABV. What?
8.4. Just shy of 8.4.
That's a hefty seltzer.
Yeah, it is.
But that'll be fine. So we are going to rack this without talking so that I can just fade and not speed because nobody likes the way that we look sped. Okay, so at the end I tip this, and this is super powdery lease. So it's really easy to accidentally get it, but I did pretty good.
Well, it's gonna cold crash again too, so if we got any, it's fine.
I'm going to try to clear this off without spilling my mead. We are drinking peppermint White Russian mead. I will put the recipe link up on the screen. Okay, so we have our fairly clear seltzer now. It's going to get clearer with what we're doing today. I want to take the pH. We want the pH to be at least 4, if not lower. Not a problem. We just did a mint seltzer, and we started it a little bit high. It was like 4.16 instead of 4. But after fermentation, it was 4.25. So this one, what did we start it at?
3.7.
Yeah, okay, because this is so finicky.
Yeah.
So we didn't get it up to 4, but it's 3.55. So this is super acidic. I guarantee, just satisfy the curiosity. This is going to be very acidic and probably sour tasting. I won't give you very much. Watch your face.
It smells like germ.
It's just going to taste like alcohol. I mean, there's no good flavor to this at this point. Probably like vodka, sour vodka.
Nope. It's not good.
Yeah, there's nothing good about that.
Nope.
Nope.
It will be when we're done, though. Because this is going to be pina colada, so it's going to have pineapple and coconut.
We don't need this anymore, so I am going to wash it off, rinse it off, and put the cap back on it.
The way you said that reminded me of I Love Lucy.
What?
The Vita Vita Vegemin commercial that she does, and it's got like a bunch of alcohol in it. So she's doing all these takes to try to get it right before she actually does it live. So she's getting drunk while she's doing all these. And she's like, after everything, she says vitamins and minerals and all this stuff. She goes, "It's tasty too." She's supposed to say that after everyone.
It's so tasty too.
Did I say that? You've corrupted me. Okay, so we are going to add clarifying agents into this, and what are we flavoring this with?
Pina colada. So
Extract syrup?
we're going to use coconut extract and pineapple syrup.
Sugar-free pineapple syrup.
Yes, correct.
So we could get away without
Sorbating
this. Do you want to sorbate it?
If it's not necessary, I don't see why we waste the ingredient.
I agree, and nobody's going to be adding anything to this. I mean, when we do wine, sometimes you want to just be extra careful, but this is going to be carbonated.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're doing it the way you're saying, you can naturally carbonate this too.
Correct. Good.
So let me explain what these do. Casasol and Chitozan are both clarifying agents. They work against each other though. One does negative particles and one clears positive particles. We try to put the Casasol in first so that it has about an hour to work before we put the Chitozan in so that they don't work against each other. We don't do that when we're filming because it takes so much footage. So we give it a couple of minutes instead of an hour. We recommend that you give it at least an hour. So that's what these two do. Bentonite is a clay and it's also a clarifier, and it does nothing harmful. So I would recommend always doing that. It's also cheap. But these two are designed to make it so that you can add sugar to this seltzer and not have it ferment again. Watch our additive video the time that we're filming this, it's not edited yet, but it will be by shortly after we release this. But it explains more of what these do. But if we don't have to put these in, we usually won't. And if we're not going to be adding something like fruit or sugar or something that could help start the fermentation back up, a lot of times we'll skip it. And I think we'll skip it in this case. It also makes it so that we can naturally carbonate this if we're not putting sugar in.
Correct.
And you can still naturally carbonate it after you put sorbate in. It just makes it a little bit trickier. It's a little iffier. And I just noticed that one of our other cameras might have locked up. We usually try to take the measuring cup full of stuff out before we put the queso in, so that Cheetos doesn't have the queso in the sample. But
I usually remember, but I was just so enraptured by your discussion.
We were talking about Lucille Ball, so.
Lucille Ball, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to put the Cheetos in here. A teaspoon of it, and of course I didn't bring the teaspoon.
2 teaspoons works. Unless you've already got something on it.
No, it's Cheetos but I need a 1/2 teaspoon for the sorbate, so I'll have to use 2/4 teaspoons, or it'll stick to it. Oh, we're not doing the sorbate.
We're not doing sorbate.
Never mind. It's fine. It's all good.
So again, we did a fairly in-depth video on the additives that we use and why. So if you have any questions about why we do things, or in this case, why we're not doing it, you can watch that video.
And that was a 1/4 teaspoon of bentonite. This is where you say, which is a clay.
Which is a clay. I repeat myself so much.
Okay.
And I repeat myself so much sometimes.
All right.
And that's basically it for today. We're going to put this in the fridge to cold crash. There is a lot of... That's mostly clay.
I think that's the bentonite mostly.
Bentonite floating around right now. So when you see this next time, take note of what it looks like now, because when you see it next time, it's going to be
different.
A lot clearer. It'll be a lot closer to water. The clarity. And that's going to be a lot of these three. What they do is the clarifying, but also the cold crashing. Mm-hmm. Cold crashing, putting it in a cold fridge, makes a lot of the particles that are suspended in here go down to the bottom. And then we will rack it again, and we will start our flavoring journey.
We'll start the fun part.
Well, the tasting is the fun part.
True.
Flavoring is okay. So we mentioned we thought this was going to be clear after we racked it.
And boy, were we right.
It looks like water.
Looks great.
So, without shaking it, I'm going to put it up here. We're going to rack this one more time. And when we say racking it, all we're doing is transferring it, since we already did all the additives. So we're just going to transfer it off the lease into a brand new clean container.
And then it'll be all ready for flavoring whenever we decide to do that.
And actually, that'll be the next video.
Actually, yes, we're doing a couple flavorings today.
So we will come back and link the video that we're going to be doing next, which is what?
We're going to do pina colada and Kool-Aid.
But this is what we just showed you here is how we do every seltzer.
Mm-hmm. Well, except for one.
Except for when if we put
the mint one.
Yeah, if we put real fruit in one for some weird reason.
It wasn't weird.
So we're going to rack this without talking so I can zip right through it. So look how clear that is.
Looks good.
It really does look like water. So this is what we want to end up with every time. So that's the end of this video. This video is just how to make the base seltzer. And that's what we've done. So you don't want to drink it like this. It doesn't taste very good. You want to add flavor to it, and we'll have an individual video for each one of the seltzer flavors that we do. Look for the videos. We're doing 2 more today. One's pina colada.
This one's going to become pina colada.
And then we're going to do a Kool-Aid flavor.
Probably pink lemonade Kool-Aid.
Unless we change our mind in the next half hour.
Which
probably won't.
Could happen. Well, we lost a Pippin for a second, but I said the magic word, and she has reappeared.
And now she's leaving again.
Oh. Is she? Uh-huh. Okay, I will give you each one. One
You gotta face the camera though.
duck a la mutt. Okay, you gotta turn this way. Come over here. No, come on. Come here. Come here. Okay, that's good. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Good girl. Okay, Pep. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Good girl. The T word always does it. Thank you guys for watching another one of our videos. Hope you found this educational and hope you try it. And definitely look out for our videos coming with all the flavorings. That's what makes it exciting. Obviously, it doesn't taste awesome right now, but it will when we're done because it's going to be pina colada, so look for that video. It'll be coming out. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you very much. We do appreciate you guys. And until next time, cheers.